Alright, good morning. Welcome back for some Tomb Raider. We're back from our vacation. We were on the October version here. Can I load state? Yes, look at that. Now, can you actually see the thing, please? Oh, I need to be in full screen for you to... There we go. Alright, so last time we stopped... yeah, we were in temple. Might as well heal. We'll have a lot of medpacks. No healing sound. Just noticing. Right. So a couple of things we noticed already, and I double-checked through the level files as well. Changes we noticed from the main game. So on the left you've got the prototype, on the right you've got the final release. Going to check that through TRView so we can demonstrate the changes. This room here does not exist in final, it's been removed. The rest of this area is very similar. Tiny thing I just noticed is the crystal location is moved 1 square for some reason. Don't ask me why. Very little changes otherwise. The shortcut here does not work in this version. As far as I can tell, the geometry is identical. So that means the jumping mechanics are different. Not sure about that, not 100% sure, but yeah. Second thing that changed is this gap here. You had access to the water here. Originally, this has been blocked in final. The piranhas are a lot faster in this version as well. Once you're in the water, we did notice that. A couple different blocks here compared to final. We're missing. If you can see here, yeah, you can see my mouse when I click. Those 2 blocks here have been added in final. The top of the waterfall is slightly different. You've got 1 layer of block here, which has been cut in final here. Like tiny little details, and we're down here right now. There was also a difference here in that you could actually see that there was an opening to the room down here, which is hidden in final. So if you were wondering what is that square here for, well, that's a remnant of this, actually. Also random music when I'm not moving. So you could actually see, with lighting so it's a bit more clear, you could see the inside of the next room in this prototype. Right, so that's where we are. There are a few more changes I've noticed while looking through and playing off stream. So we'll go through them as we go. There we go. Ooh. We are lagging. Holy shit. Not sure why. Were we lagging that much earlier? Ooh. Let me reload save state. Is it because I was not moving and yeah. Not sure why it was lagging as much, but let's just reload the save state. Thank you. Okay, so that trapdoor still opens normally. As far as I can tell, the secret is still here. There's no secret chime, there's no secret trigger. Like, the actual triggers have not been placed yet, but the location is here. With the poison darts. Can I actually... what's the save key? Again. I had the... I don't remember what was the hotkey for saving. I had those last time, hotkeys. F1, F2, F3, F4. Okay. Save. There we go. Let's see if I can grab the med pack and not die. Well, not a good start. I'm not good at this. I just saved. I just saved on the same slot. We're going to have to do the level again. Good job, me. What was the fast forward? It was this. Alright. Right, so this doesn't work. We tried that last time. Just doesn't. So I'm not sure if it's because the jump mechanics are different or what. Snake. Okay, F1 is load, and F2 is save. I'm going to fuck those up quite a bit. Can I do that? Yeah, okay. There is actually a shortcut for undo save, load state, and I should have done that earlier. A bit late for that now. Please don't hit me too hard. Oh, we are not full screen. Let's try this again. Random music is going to continue. Seems to be a problem with this version specifically. Right, so like we said, a couple blocks are missing here. They did change that in the final version. Bunch of pickups are missing as well. There's a few places, I noticed that as well in the other levels, where you just placed flares in areas where there were going to be regular pickups or secret. Basically a reminder that we're going to put stuff here and we'll decide what we actually put later. Which is the case in those trees here. All the path that you have in final is there. The items are missing and there's a pack of flares at the end of the path. Medpacks on the branch here is missing. F1 is save? No. God damn it. Undo load state. F2 is save. I'm not full screen again. Fix that. Pickup animation when crouched is different. She puts the item in the backpack. Doesn't. They cut that part of the animation. Finally. Ignore the snake. F2 is save. Just passing. That animation queue is working properly. Right, so like, yeah, as I mentioned, you can see the room through this crack here. They changed that in final. Not sure why. Maybe they thought it was a bit too obvious. They thought it wasn't required. Can I? That was weird. Can I please? Oh, that's not the first time I've seen shotgun pickups that she just refuses to pick up. We might have an issue with actually picking up items. I do that. She doesn't want to crouch. To move forward while crouched. That's also a bit weird. I had an issue with that last time. Where it just stopped working and I couldn't crouch either. How did I fix that? Because this is working. This is not working for some reason. I managed to pass through that last time, but I had the same issue. I thought it was the free cam at that time, but it doesn't look like to be the free cam. What did I do? Crouching was working earlier as well. What happened to the boulder, by the way? Did the boulder get reset? I can't get my guns out. Okay, we're a bit bugged. I'm not sure how, but we're bugged. Okay, this works. Boulder's here. Something resets that boulder. Also, there's a med pack here, I just noticed. Is it the moving of the block that fucks things up? Okay, this is working again. Not sure why. I ended up in a situation where I couldn't do animations. That was weird. Okay, Shiva statue are working as final, as far as I can tell. This is release ready. The animations, the AI script seems to be final. They're blocking properly. They're missing the sounds, but otherwise... Otherwise, they work exactly as you would expect. With the smoking animation where they turn back into a statue. I should switch slots for saving, I feel like. Because if we have animation softlock issues, we're going to have a problem. Right, so here the block, there's a block you have to go above in final, which is missing in this version. Let me show it real quick. That's one of the... Oh, and that is why exactly. Because there's a monkey here. I believe they did that so the monkeys do not follow you if you leave without killing the monkeys. Tac. So this is here, this corridor. And yeah, as you can see, there's just a little block here that we do not have in the prototype. And I think it's just something to prevent the monkeys from following you. Whether the monkey should be able to climb this. Oh, it might be to prevent the statue from following you in there as well. Maybe. I'm not sure. You have a similar one. There's something similar in another place in the temple. I don't remember where. But yeah, that's the idea. I think. Might be speculating here a bit. Oh, it's lagging again. Might be a full screen thing, actually. I went in and out of full screen and it fixed itself. Right. We have pickups here in Final that we're missing. One thing that's different as well is this. You have an opening to the outside here with a bunch of trapdoors, and this is not present in Final. The idea here is, in this version, those trapdoors are going to open in order to fill the room here with rainwater. This happens transparently in Final. They didn't keep that idea. Like, it's just naturally open, and the water is filled from under, actually. So this little water-filled area under the room here does not exist, and the water is falling from below. We will have a camera hint that we will see later, and the water was supposed to fall from above. I feel like they cut that because, as you'll see when we get the camera in, there's no animation that the water is rising. There's no, it's a bit unclear, and maybe they wanted to make this a waterfall or something. Didn't do it in Final, and they changed the idea and made the water come from below instead. It's lagging again. There we go. Otherwise, the idea is mostly the same. Just different implementation, pretty much. I caught fire. I was not expecting to catch fire here. Are the fire projector more potent here? Where's my save? Okay, we're back here. Let's do this again. I don't remember catching fire here when testing. Let me save. Okay, when I'm here, I'm fine. No, I'm taking damage. Yeah, I'm taking damage. Is the position of the thing different? There might be. No, they look to be the same. Which means that the range of the fire is different then. Do we have... do we see data about this? We actually do. I think. Position... Angle... I don't know if we have the data of the range of this. Category trap. Do we have something similar here? Yeah, I can't really tell if there's any difference. The flags are the same. No idea. No idea how that works. Not sure if that's something TRU can check. There we go. The dart and the collapsible room is also the same. Here, no significant difference. Oh, this is a ladder. They changed the texture here so it actually looks like a ladder in Final. Because, yeah, if you don't know, good fucking luck with that. Same deal here, I believe. No, that already looks like a ladder. I guess. Should change save slots again. Snake. Okay, this area is a bit more mean because they added traps. Well, there are additional traps in this that they removed in Final, in particular the poison darts. And I got caught. Let me reload. It's lagging again. Yeah, they removed those poison darts in Final. Otherwise, this is the same as you'd expect. The secret area down there is already active. So we'll grab that on the way out. Can I just... I'm just going to corner bug this. This area is identical as far as I can check. Last time I played this off stream. So there's nothing to see here. Aside from the... Can I not? There might be another block here. Preventing me from cornering bug this. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, there's another block here. About here. Yeah, probably. The only difference we'll see here is the camera angle for the hint, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, as you can see, that was the idea. This area would lit up as well. It was darker when we were there. So that's a flip map. And they probably wanted to have an effect of the water falling. And, well, that effect doesn't exist. And they just scrapped the idea before release. Made the water come from below instead. Should heal. Don't have that many med packs, need to be careful. Did I skip the standing up animation by going into the inventory? That's interesting. That crouch doesn't exist in Final, I don't think. Did they streamline the corridor here? Where are we? We are here. No, it does exist in Final. I'm just inventing things. Snake. Nice Lara's buff. That was TR2 automatic pistol ammo, which I assume is just Desert Eagle, but it's not. Yeah, you see I have additional Desert Eagle ammo. It's just Desert Eagle that was not set up properly yet. They hadn't done the model for that at this point. Wrong side. Oh yeah, turning around in the water doesn't work. That was already the case in the previous version. They haven't fixed that yet. I feel like the fire also triggers more frequently. So yeah, this area is now lit up. And now we have water, so the assumption is the water fell from above. But yeah, they changed that idea. And you get the key out of this. There's but again, which is always object 0. Key 1. No name for the items yet. Alright, so like I said earlier... Save, there we go. This is already... This secret area is already ready. Let's see if I can grab the medpack this time. Well, good job me. Immediately got poisoned. Oh, okay, this is actually mean. Look at that shit! There's 2 arrow traps on either side of the block instead of 1 in the middle. What the heck is this? Now that's just rude. Let me look at that. I've got to look at this. That's just mean. No, there's only 1 data meter. Is it broken? That's a bit weird. What does it look like in final? It's possible it's just broken and not just mean. Yeah, it's set up a similar way. So I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, no wonder I got immediately poisoned. God damn, man. No. Continue, please. F1 is load, right? Yeah. Just going to crouch. But yeah, I feel like this is broken. This is not as intended. It is working properly in final, at least. Anyway. Save this. It looks like... turning around breaks the... like... breaks the animation. Because now I can crouch. If I do that... okay, I can crouch again. So turning around and falling maybe breaks it. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I'm not getting that med back, am I? because I wasn't able to grab again, like last time. Yeah, there's flares here. And I think that's pretty much it. So that's also an area where they hadn't decided what pickup they were going to put. The area is empty. There's shotgun ammo here. Let's just leave. Geometry is identical otherwise. Aside from the broken trap. And broken Lara animation that refused to pick up a med pack. Can I go back and grab the med pack we had earlier here, by the way? Where the boulder was, because apparently the boulder had despawned. Which I'm not sure it does in final. Yeah, I can grab that med pack. Might need it. Since I'm a bit short on med packs. Right. Switch here. So now we get the mud. Mud also works pretty much as final. The main difference is they didn't prevent the camera from going under the mud at this point. So you can look under it. Which they fixed before release. Monkey. There's supposed to be a med pack here, isn't there? In final. Which we don't have here. Well, that killed me really fast. Wrong sound cue for this, by the way, compared to final. Okay, that's better. Well, they have that soundtrack which continues after the initial sound cue. We very rarely hear that one in final. Don't remember where we hear that. In a cutscene, I think. Right, this room is identical as well. We can still go to the secret area up here. I believe. Where's the opening? Over here. So at least they fixed the fact that music cues would disable the ambient. More shotgun. More, I suppose, deagle ammo. Cue for this. Same as final. Ladder is here. Probably can't grab this from here. Push this a bit. Still no door sound. We're still missing a bunch of effect sounds. Is the texturing work the same here? I feel like we didn't have that many Shiva textures here. But I might be inventing things again. Where are we? No, it is the same. We're in this room. Looks a bit weird because it's intersecting with what it will look like once it's collapsed, like this. But yeah, this is identical. I believe the floating platforms are also the same as Final. I would expect. Yeah, looks about it. What's different is the falling ceiling here, which is in slightly different positions compared to Final. Otherwise, this seems to be identical. Yeah. This is pretty much identical. Okay, so we should have the secret entrance. Don't remember which switch does what. I think those two switches trigger the fire. And this switch here should trigger the secret entrance. Yeah. So you need the switch on top of the ladder from the previous room and this one on the water in order to open this room. And yeah, I'm going to get back out again because I need air. Do we see the floating platforms? Yes, we do. You finish grabbing the items? Might be all. Might be all. Right, you don't need to activate the fire. You can also just use a flare if you want to. Of which I have two, apparently. Any source of lighting like this. Firing the guns will also work. Right. Might as... Oh. Did I break the trigger? That's not what I wanted to do, but I think I've broken the trigger. Okay. Is that a soft lock? That might be a soft lock, actually. Let me look at the trigger work here in the on the down view. Actually, that's a bit of a whoopsie. Why do I not see the triggers? Oh, that's a flip map thing, isn't it? Or is it? View options. No, I need to. There we go. Okay, the triggers are inside. In final. They are also inside in prototype. Huh. Flip map is triggered by pulling the switch. It is trigger. There's an additional safety trigger here in final. I'm not sure why this door closed though. What triggers this? Oh, is it a fucking timer? It's a timer, isn't it? Never paid attention to that, but it might be in final as well. Can I see that here? Probably can't. I'm looking at the... You don't see it, but I'm looking at this. Which is actually not in the window. I don't think I can see it, but it's probably a timer. I never paid attention to that, but it might be the same in final. Because usually I'm not taking my sweet time narrating and describing stuff. So I guess we have to do that again. I'm a bit worried about that fire now. Just being a bit careful. Yeah, it is a timer because the switch is back up. Why not? Just never paid attention to that. It's a bit mean, but okay. Not the worst thing to have a timer on. This time it's the proper music. Right, and now we've got the flip map. Save. With the mud. Boulder? No, not here. Boulder here. I take those stairs. Can I? Oh. Did I break the... I broke the animations again. What did I do? I think it's related to turning around. Somehow. Need to be careful with that. Oh. There's a platform here, and I missed it. You can actually see that on the water. Need to walk in the correct place, and I was 1 square to find the right. Not sure if that's the same final. Not going to bother checking. Was probably the same. Okay, so no turning around then. I'm broken again. How does that happen? Okay, this works. Can still crouch. At what point does it break? I don't know. Is it when picking it up? If I try to pick up one, I'm not standing exactly still? I don't know. Okay, this seems identical as well. Going to check both paths, just to be sure. Zombie Lara, by the way. Yeah, this does the same thing as you'd expect. Door closes behind me. Monkey here. Boulder has been triggered on the other side. This just gets back to here. There's a monkey here as well in final, I think. Which seems to be missing. Medpack. Don't mind if I do. Again, ladder texture is... I guess the final ladder texture did not exist yet. So all the places where you have the ladder texture, you have this texture with fissures instead. Key 1 times 2. Alright, so... tiny difference here. Beep boop. We are down here. And we are down here. So, first of all, the door here, in the version I'm playing, is 2 squares back from the key. It is only 1 square back in release, in final. And it is also at the level of this opening here, rather than being above. So, yeah, this puzzle is also set up slightly differently. Because as you can see, we have 2 squares up here in final and only 1. So it's just been moved around a little bit. Not sure exactly why, but it has been moved around a little bit. I don't think this changes much. But yeah, this room has been like shifted to the right at some point and moved down as well. It has been moved down, possibly because in final we have a ladder. I don't think this is a ladder here. I think we just climb. I'll check that, but I think we just climb this in final. It's not a ladder. In this version, I mean. In final, it's a ladder. Yeah. No, it is a ladder. That almost killed me. Monkey? No monkeys. No monkeys? No monkeys. So you can also see how the spike wall is a single-sided wall, like it is in Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 2 style, instead of the two-sided spike wall you have in Final. So missing the monkeys here. Boulders, most likely. Yeah, boulders. This... Is this how this is in Final? Behind this door here. Yeah, no, it's recessed here. The boulders are right behind the door instead. Whereas here, the boulders fall on this step and move forward. So, yeah, not quite sure why they changed this, but okay. Yeah, the fire fires more frequently, I'm pretty sure, in this version. Different music cue. I'm too lazy to do this fight normally. Got the deagle, might as well use it. There's stuff up here in like shotgun ammo or something. In Final. You should have water here in case you catch fire from the torches over there. Yeah, no defenses otherwise. Why was there a smoke effect here? It was a bit weird. P2, as in puzzle 2, I think. Properly opens the door. Door closes behind me. You have a crawling space here in Final. Same on this side. Again, a case of not sure why they made this a change, but they made this a change. Also, you have stairs here, don't you? Might not be horizontally at the same place. So that's okay. Yeah, you have stairs here. So the room is not horizontally placed the same way. Here. Just got the opening directly. So that has changed a little bit as well. For some reason. Anyway. Dude with a hole in the torso. Same as final. The other guy here with... so that should trigger... I think there was only flares here in final. Wasn't there? Yeah, it's only flares. There's a med pack in this version that they removed in final. For some reason. I'm going to get sprunged. Yeah. Was not very good with my movement here. That's better. Key. Key 1. There's like 5 different keys, and they're all key 1. It's key of Ganesha in final or something like that. Pretty sure this area is more lit up in release. Okay, I can just grab the key. The puzzle with the current is clearly not working at this point. Oh yeah, turning around doesn't work. Yeah, they haven't implemented the current yet. Either that or there's a flip map fuck up. Which they haven't resolved yet. So that room is not ready. Quite yet. And just grab the key and leave. And here we also have a slightly different additional section, which does not exist in final. You have level end right here in final. You have this additional room here with spikes. Let me throw that in interview real quick. Where are we? I'm looking in the wrong direction. We are here. And yeah, level ends directly here in release. You've got the end level trigger here. And the level trigger is slightly further ahead here. And you have the slope you see in the cutscene, by the way, in this version. So yeah, you have this additional room that they cut. Again, for some reason. Maybe they decided this level was just too complicated and there was no reason to have this as an additional puzzle. Oh well. Should be able to do just something like this. Stand on the safe side, walk through the spikes. And climb on this side. Not a particularly complicated room. That's the end level trigger. Yeah, and we get the cutscene. Which I assume is going to be pretty close to final. Kind of missing the pistols, otherwise. The sounds are slightly delayed, but that might be a PS1 loading sound thing. Right, so quad bike time. Oh, I pressed no instead of yes, that's fine. Fast forward through this, please. Right. So, as far as I can tell, this is also final, except most of the secrets are missing. No specific skin for the quad bike at this point. Just uses the desert one. Little debug thing, but otherwise this is working as intended. I think the quad bike does not have the handbrake acceleration at this point. Does that secret exist? No. Right, so let me just show you what it looks like in final. I need to load those levels. Bim boom. File open. Quad chase. File open. Quad chase. Right, so of course the first main difference is the quad bike texture. Second difference is we do not have the little secret crawling space here, which you can see here. So that was added later. It's interesting because if you look here, there's a trigger for the slope, which means that at some point you didn't have the cutscene we just saw, and you were supposed to start the level here, go through this trigger, and this would activate everything. They put that same trigger here instead at the starting position, so the same things that were supposed to activate at level start here are still activated here when you start, but they hadn't removed the old trigger yet. Which it is removed in final. Nice little touch here. So, what you have here in final is a bunch of ladders leading here to a platform, and that eventually leads through a bunch of platform jumps. Here, here, here. It's a pretty complicated one here. All the way here. Around. Into this room with a jumping puzzle and a secret. This does not exist at all, as you would expect in this version. It's stacked here in Final. And I expect part of the reason they did that is because this entire area here, which is a bit convoluted and like goes around, goes completely unused if you play normally otherwise. So it is a good place to put a secret. You don't do anything with that area. It's just there to push you along the current while you get eaten by the piranhas and eventually die. So it is a bit of a shame to not do anything with that. And that's what we're seeing here, I think. Right. Back to the game. Good job, me. Oh. Well, apparently you can quad in the water. That's interesting. The piranhas do follow me. So I can drive straight to the exit, I guess. Oh, no. I haven't re-died. Huh. That was weird. Wonder how that triggers. Like, if I do this... I think you die immediately in Final. Here you just fall, and I just ended up falling in such a way that that did not trigger. That was interesting. Wonder if I can... Yeah, I can reproduce this. I just need to not fall too hard in the water. And I can just drive at the bottom. No air bar either. Can probably go all the way to the end. Well, that's funny. Yeah, no, that's going to kill me. Anyway, let's try to play this normally. Right, physics are a bit wonky, no sound. Oh, I'm going to need a bit more speed here. Yeah, the acceleration is a bit wonky as well. There's this step here we do not have in Final. But it looks like you get a boost when jumping, which does help. Like this. Might as well just get the deagle out. Get away from me. Snake. There's a med pack somewhere here in Final, I think. Button. Okay, you've got a branching path here, so we're going to have to play both, I guess. So yeah, the handbrake does not exist, but since it seems to jump a bit further, we're still going to need a bit. Like, I don't... unless they fixed it. Yeah, you can just jump normally. Monkeys! Alright, so we're going to... this area is different. I think. We are... No, it is the... No, okay, I'm looking at the... we are... Oh, it is... They added the slope. There are slopes here. That makes this area look a lot smoother. Those slopes do not exist in Final for some reason. Not sure why they removed that. Maybe that actually fucks up the quad bike in some way or another. But they smoothed out this thing. I'm going to try to climb this. Maybe that just fucks up the bike and they removed it because that was too much of a pain to fix. And then I'm going to try to go this way, I think. I don't remember this path quite as well, but it looks to be mostly identical, as far as I can tell. Not even sure if I should bother, to be honest, because that looks to be identical. All the triggers are there. I don't like this path, it's annoying. I might just not bother. Play the normal path. Where are we? I'm lost. Yeah, here's the branch. It's annoying, there's a bunch of doors to go through. I'm going to save here. Yeah, let me see if that just fucks up the... Yeah, I guess it does fuck up the quad bike a bit. The fact that you can climb this. That's probably why they decided to remove those. Okay, let me check this real quick. Oop. But I think I'm mostly going to assume that's exactly the same, because doesn't seem to be any change from the Tian view. Monkeys! I don't remember where we're supposed to go here. Snake. Guess we go in here. No one ever takes that path because there's no reason to. There's probably supposed to be items in here. Just take the other path. Normally. I don't remember where to go to progress this. Through here, most likely. Use the ammo. That might be a secret. How do we progress this again? It's been a bit since I played this part of the level. Just down there maybe? Is that where I come from? That's where I come from. I don't remember how you're supposed to play this. Oh, monkeys. Where did you come from? One of you got a med pack. This? Probably. Yeah, there we go. A lot more fire than I remember. Where did that monkey go? Keyhole. So we need to find a key for this. 2 keyholes. Yeah, I'm not going to bother, I think. Let's do the other path. More familiar with it. And it's going to go faster as well. Let's just try to not fall. If at all possible. You've got here secret... Oh! Okay, this is slightly different. There's also a hole in the... on the bridge here, which we do not have in final. I'm going to save up here. Right. So this is a bit of a dangerous fall. And there's... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The acceleration, though. What the hell? Can't just fucking stop. Can you? I don't know if falling from the back is going to help. Clearly the quad bike physics are slightly different. Yeah, okay, that's safer. So yeah, I'm going to compare the geometry here. But holy acceleration, Batman. Right. So there is a pickup here. Let me check what this looks like in final. We are here. And we are here. So yeah, as you can see, they plug this hole here. The geometry seems to be mostly the same. And you've got Deagle ammo here, which you also have here, but there's a secret area up here which is missing. Right. Again, Narasbat has a default model for when model is missing. It's always model number 0. There you go. That works. And one thing I noticed last time I played this as well is those ramps. You have those ramps in Final, but they're stone ramps. Here they're actually bridges. Let me demonstrate that real quick. Here. You can see the ramp here. And where are we? Yeah, same ramp here is actually a stone ramp in Final. Exactly the same one otherwise. There's more later on as well. So that's something they decided to change at some point. Also, what always weirded me out is you have triggers for tilts under the bridges, and I think you have those in Final in the when you have bridges in Pacific Island. Which makes me think that at some point those bridges were like supposed to move when you stand on them. Or something like that. Like, not sure that would work, but I don't think that does anything in practice. But maybe they were supposed to like move when you stand on them or when you run on them in Final, and that just never happened, but the triggers still exist. We'll check that when we get to Pacific Island, but there are triggers here for this. I don't think they do anything, and I don't think they do anything in Final either. Oh. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? If I can't actually quad bike across that, we might have a bit of a problem. Which might be why they replaced this with stone instead. Okay. We might be soft-locked then. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't do anything here without going up that. Unless I finish on foot. Can I finish on foot? I might be able to, actually. Ooh, so that's lagging. Like, I might be able to jump across here. There's supposed to be a ladder up here, which we do not have in this version. Yeah, I think we still need the quad bike to finish this. Snake. What's this? Can't pick those up. They look like Deagle, but Deagle are a different pickup in this version. What are you? Okay, Desert Eagle ammo. Which is different from Desert Eagle ammo. Okay, so we've got a mix of old and new Desert Eagle pickups, apparently. That's interesting. This one doesn't work. I can't pick it up. But that's what Desert Eagle pickups kind of were supposed to look like at this point in dev. Which, for reference, in final, they look like this. So they're missing the red stripes, basically. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Interesting. First time I see this, I think. What did you have here in final? Desert Eagle. No, that's looking at the wrong one. You also had Desert Eagle ammo here. So this one is the one I can actually pick up and that works. And this one currently is a dummy that looks like Deagle ammo, but I can't actually pick up. So yeah, in final, where am I? You've got a ladder here to climb back up. So you like park the quad bike here, go down here, grab the Deagle ammo, and climb back up. Can't do that in this version. They also sloped this entire area so you can't do what I just did, which is not sloped here as you can see. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I'm soft locked here anyway. I can't. You can walk on this apparently. Oh, I can climb back up. That won't help because I can't do this jump anyway without the bike. But I can go around to climb back up here if I want to. Does that exist in final? No, that path doesn't exist in final. That's interesting. Let me just test that real quick. So this, you were supposed to climb back up, but with this path going around instead of the ladder. And it's lagging again. There we go. So you would just drop here. And go across here. Stop lagging, game. You can see the piranhas are a bit on, bit hyped over here. Oh, Volta. They don't make any sound, that's a bit... So I guess you can go back across here as well. So those are safety platforms to prevent soft locks depending on where you stop the bike, it looks like. Can I not? Yes, I can. So that's a bit interesting. But since I can't get the quad bike up here anyway, that's a bit redundant. Because the quad bike just goes through the floor. Going to check again, but yeah. Stop lagging, please. It's really laggy. I wonder if it's because I've got the 2 tier view opened in the background as well. Yeah, I can't do shit with that. Can I at least step on them? Is it just a quad bike thing or are they just completely broken? Yeah, no, I can step on them just fine. They are kind of broken though. They are tilting, aren't they? It's moving a bit, or is it just rendering? No, it's just rendering, I think. Or kind of? I don't know. Yeah, I still get... Still a bit glitchy, clearly. Right, so how about I try the other side then, if this side doesn't work. See if we can at least finish the level. Even though I very rarely play this side. Oh wait, we have the brake, don't we? Oh. Oh. Well. I think it keeps the momentum when I leave it, which is if I get back on it, it continues to advance. That's something they fixed as well. I thought I triggered the handbrake earlier, but it doesn't seem to be working anymore. Not sure how I did that. Okay, where was the opening I saw last time? It was down here. Yeah, it's over here. Monkey. Monkey had a med pack. Alright, let's see if we can finish the level on this side. So many monkeys here. Oh, that's mud. Can I get out? I might not be able to. Let's try this again. Can probably banana jump this. Probably not supposed to, though. Alright, what do we have? That's where I come from. There's another monkey down here. With a med pack. Give me med pack. At this point, the items are not getting recentered at the middle of the square, like they do in Release. Which they most likely did to prevent glitching through the walls, pretty much. How do we continue here? Need to climb on this, don't I? I do that from here. Yes. Stop lagging. I just minimize those so they don't bother me too much. Don't know if that's the problem here. Okay, so I should be able to jump on the branch. That's a lot of fire. Good job, Lau. Oh, there's another one. Grenades. So many monkeys here. Not sure if there's that many in Final. I do remember there's quite a bit in Final. They're all hostile anyway. They're only friendly in the first level. Okay. We should get one of the keys here, I think. I don't remember how that goes. Oh, there's a button here. I'm an idiot. Okay, so that opens this gate. I assume the exit here as well. 4 fucking monkeys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more monkeys than in Final. I'm still missing the keys though. So that's nice, but that's not what I'm here for. I think we can jump on this. I don't remember if there's supposed to be... There's supposed to be anything here. Yes, there is. And I can't pick up things. Might be because it's on the slope. Because it doesn't look like I'm animation stuck. So I think that pickup is just broken. Alright, what else we got? Because that continues. That's where we're supposed to go with the bike. And then we jump across and we're at the end. Don't think there's anything else in this area. Can we go here? Does that give me anything? Not like that. Does look like that continues. There's a pickup over here. That's not the key though. Don't think that's required for the key. Oh. Harpoons. First time I've seen harpoons, I think. Okay, Lara is refusing to pick things up. Not sure why, but... Pretty sure you can go all the way there in release as well. That's probably all I can do from this side. Can you like jump this? Because then I don't need the quad bike, I can just finish. That's a bit too far, I think, though. Yeah, that's too far. Anyway. There's a few pickups here in Final, I think. Completely optional. Okay, so I don't remember how you're supposed to get the keys. Might have to look this up. Because I still need to open this. Right. Where are we? Windows items. Hey, Frenchy, what's up? Good morning, good morning. I am exploring... Oh, all the way. Okay, there's one here. I went there earlier and I missed it. There's one here. I also went there earlier and I missed it. Are they there in Final? Still going through the prototypes of Tomb Raider 3. And rediscovering area that I usually skip when I play normally. So that's a bit awkward. Okay, so it's in the same place, but they put a platform so it's actually visible. First of all. And the second one... Second one, they put some light so it's actually visible. Okay. So clearly someone like me, while testing, went through that and didn't see shit. So they fixed it in final release. That makes sense. Alright, so at least it's not broken. We should be able to finish the level. Yeah. Having fun. Rediscovering stuff. I spent half of my time wondering, was this actually like this in Final, or am I just imagining things? And half the time it's actually the same, and I'm just imagining that it was different. Mandela effect and all that. Having the map reader, little map tool here, helps quite a bit navigating those and figuring out the differences between this version, this prototype version and final. So the key, it's not here. It's not this opening. There's another one. Where was it? It was up here. Because there's two branches to this level. I usually go through the other one because that's where the secrets are. And the other branch is broken in this version. It's soft locked. The quad bike gets stuck on goes through some bridges. Keys here. Yeah, it's very much not visible. No wonder I missed that. And the second one... where was it? It was further inside, wasn't it? How did you get to there? I don't remember. How do you get here? Oh, that was right. Oh, that's at the end. Okay. So I need to go all the way back there. Let's go. Don't worry about the music, it just randomly triggers for some reason because, yeah, prototype. Every time the background ambient loops, like the length is probably not set up properly. So every time it loops, it actually starts reading the next track in the list for like a split second before looping properly. Alright, and the keys here, and they made this a lot more visible in Final as well. Do they have a name? No, that's just key 1. It's a different model though. So I think it's called the Key of the Monkey Temple or something like that. In release. It is the same, well, it's the same shape, but it's a different texture as the keys from the previous level. Right, let's try to finish this level now. Where did I park the quad? It was up here. Oh, the keys were inside. I'm an idiot. Back we go. Right, there they are. If we end up soft-locked, it's not a massive deal because we have a level selector. We can just select the next level. So I assume this opened the door? Yes. Yeah, I think they put more slopes here because climbing up the stairs with the quad bike is a bit awkward. Whee! Now we go around here. And we should be able to make this jump. Hopefully. Barely. Right, so this is where the path joins back from the branch. Might as well explore this area a bit. Progress is on the other side. So you've got blocks to climb back up. Normally you come from up here. And there is a secret here in Final. Looks like the path does exist already. Yeah, it does exist. Got the crawling space over here. Bird! Where's the other one? There we go. Alright, so this is a secret area, a couple items. So again, there's no secret triggers, so you don't get the music, you don't get the secret written in the statistics at the end, but that is the one area, like there's supposed to be like 3 or 4 secrets in this in final, that's the only one where it's actually modeled. There's a couple other areas which are secrets in final which do not exist in this version at all. How do I get back? I drop on this, I think. Nope, not like this, no. Oh, come on. My half-tile jump is not working. It was working earlier. How do I fuck that up? Let's just do a regular jump then. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, because of the slope we can go explore, but there's not much to see here. We saw the other side of this room, where we got soft locked. I shouldn't need the quad bike for anything at this point. We can finish on foot. Right. So there's a secret area down here as well, which seems to exist. I can see the path. So let's go check that out. Bird. The raft, broken raft is at... Oh, more birds. Again, missing the sounds of the birds, so that's kind of awkward. More silent than they're supposed to be. Where do I go from here? Oh, I just stepped downstairs. Well, that's interesting. There were 2 items here. There was the shotgun ammo and the harpoon ammo. They only showed the preview at bottom right for one. So again, item previews, they removed that in release and they implemented them properly in Tomb Raider 4. So that might be one of the reasons they decided to remove them. They did not manage to make them work properly with multiple items. And they just cut it instead of... they didn't have time to fix it properly. Same deal here. Right. That should be all. Should be able to finish the level. Ah, yes, I remember that. If you are at the wrong angle, hanging from this, you get soft locked. Because Lara doesn't line up properly. And I think I'm still soft locked here as well. We might have a problem actually. We might be completely soft locked. If I can't get out of this. Don't know if I need to be like precisely lined up for this to work. Or if it just doesn't work at all. Yeah, I think we're soft locked. I think it did that in the previous version as well. Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Good thing that's the end of the level. I think I'm just going to manually load the next level. Fast forward this. Caves of Kali. Right. So it should be just called caves, I think. No, it's not. Oh, it's Tony Boss. There we go, because we kill Tony at the end of this. Right. So level geometry is, I think, mostly the same. As you can see. Doesn't seem to be any big surprises there. This level is actually simpler than it looks. It is a short level. We disable the lighting, maybe we'll see a bit better. Yeah, texturing work is a bit different in some of those rooms here. The temple style rooms. This is a branching level as well. There's two paths you can take. And it branches immediately at the start as well. But yeah, seems to be identical. Some of the texture work on the ground is different as well. But the path seems to be pretty much identical. As far as I can tell. So we shouldn't have any surprises. Triggers seems to be the same as well. There's a trigger. Yeah, probably missing some enemies. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly empty. It's missing enemies, it's missing pickups. But that's about it. We got the trigger for the boulders and the final room, the boulders and the cobras. Otherwise, should be mostly the same. We have the flip map as well in the final boss room. So I don't know if Tony actually works properly or not. We'll see. But it looks like shouldn't be any massive surprises here. We'll do the temple path here real quick. Boulder. Missing the sounds for the boulders as well. Missing sounds for a lot of things. There's going to be another boulder here. Don't remember what the trigger is. Right here. Oh, that worked. So this level is just a maze. There's nothing followed by a boss fight. I don't think there's even secrets in Final. There's a lot more pickups in Dead Ends though. And cobras as well, ambushing you in Dead Ends. How many items do they have placed in this version? Out of curiosity, items. Yeah, okay, there's no items. There's 2 med packs in the boss fight room. And the cobras in the cobra room, and that's it. Yeah, this level is just a draft, basically. The entire layout does not change from Final, but otherwise it's completely empty. For reference, this is how many items you have in Final, which is not a lot more. But they actually put the grenade launcher as well in the final boss room. So I think we're just going to run to the end, since there's not going to be much to see. Let's see if I can remember how we do this path, because that's, again, not the path I usually take. Yeah, that's a pushable. That's the trick here. Right, and that leads back to the last portion of the maze from the other branch. Don't remember where the exit is. That way, possibly? Yeah, it's that way. Hey, I remembered. There's a safe restore up here in final. Save. Flare. Snakes. I got beaten. That's fine. Boulder as well. You just heal. Missing the music triggers for this as well. Missing a save crystal here. Let's see if the boss battle works. Alright, looks like it does. Do I catch fire? Yes, I catch fire. So this seems to be working mostly like final. Missing the music, but the flip map is working fine as well. Basically just need to run around, dodging the fireballs. There's a couple med packs. Nope, I missed my step here. Let's just get this out of the way. Not supposed to have the Desert Eagle at this point, but yeah. Immediately killed him. Eagle slightly OP. So they give you a grenade launcher here instead of that med pack. Oh, we're missing the end level trigger. It's supposed to drop the crystal, and that picking up the crystal triggers the end level. Yeah. That's missing. We're soft locked. Whee! So yeah, early draft, but they didn't change the geometry at all. Changed some texture, filled up the level, and otherwise it's ready to ship. So normally after that you get to select which region you want to play with. There's 3 regions. Got the Pacific Islands, which I'm selecting right now, which is the first on the list. You've got London and you've got Nevada. Alright, let's check this interview real quick. I need to figure out which is the name of the file. Shore. Shore.psx. There we go. The starting area is slightly different. It's a bit larger in this version. There's a waterfall for some reason over here, which is actually out of sight anyway. Looks like they cut that a bit in final. The key... Yeah, the key should be in the same place, but it's a heck of a lot more visible in final. And remember, looking that around and struggling to find that. That secret, yeah, secret is not placed yet. Don't know if you can actually access the area at all. Yeah, there's a platform here you do not have here. And yeah, I remember seeing that when looking the levels off stream. This room here is actually, you have water in final for this. Going to go explore that, but it's actually a dev pit here instead. So that's going to be interesting to explore. Otherwise, both branching paths, that's again a branching level, seem to be set up properly. The village, this geometry's changed a bit, but otherwise, and this as well. They made the roof connect in final, they did not in this version. Not much different otherwise. Scanning real quick. Missing a bunch of triggers here. So fewer enemies probably. The enemies that are supposed to be here are missing. And yeah. Shouldn't be massive amount of surprises here. We've got a secret here which is not present. Oh yeah, remember this area is different as well. They changed it so the current would funnel you on top of this platform. This is not the case on this prototype version. So you can just fall to your death instead. That's going to be fun. And yeah, that seems to be it. Couple secret trigger that I'm missing. There's supposed to be a secret behind here. The platform to get there do not exist. Here. You've got platforms here that do not exist here. Alright, let's get to exploring. Alright, so the key should be down here. Maybe? Yes, it is. Just very hard to see. Smuggler's Key. This one has a name. You can guess how far in development each level is if the items actually have a name or not. Otherwise they're just called Puzzle 1, Key 1, etc, etc. So clearly this level was pretty close to completion, which is interesting because in the previous version of the prototype it did not exist at all. So there's some levels like that where they didn't iterate too much. Like it's pretty much ready. When they start working on it, it's like 80% ready. We don't have the Pacific Island costume. It's regular Lara costume here. Just noticed that. Missing trapdoor sound as well. I'm going to change save slot. Right, so this should have a trap here. Yep. Missing the sound for that as well. Yeah. So this is a bit different. Always check. Right. So yeah, in final you've got water here as well as an alligator. platform work is slightly different. Oh. Yeah, reminder that Lara, if you press action and forward, is going to try to grab monkey bars if there's monkey bars above her. They removed that in final, which is probably for the best. Because that's a bit confusing when that happens. Hey, Titak, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Currently exploring Tomb Raider 3 beta / prototypes. Yeah, this is... It's interesting to see what they changed and trying to figure out why they changed it. Clearly, they decided that this was a bit too unforgiving. And they added water at the bottom instead. The ambient didn't change. Usually you have triggers to change the ambient when you enter a cave. We still have the ambient for the shore. There's supposed to be a crawling space here with a secret, which we are missing. Again, most of the secrets are not there yet at all. There were a couple secret areas in the River Ganges that were there without triggers, but the areas were there. In this one, doesn't look like there's any area at all. Right. The path is identical otherwise. This is working as intended. There should be tribesmen with poison darts here. Doesn't look like they're spawning at this point. Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of the times the stuff that is changed for the good reason. It's not just there for fun. They changed that for a good reason. And it's interesting to try to figure out why they changed things. What were the ideas that they had that just didn't work? Or that they just had to adapt to make a bit more safe? Following feedback, things like that. Right, so this is all as intended, as far as I can tell. No platforms here to grab the secret because there's no secret to grab. I should be able to fall downstairs if I want to join the other path, but there's no particular reason to. Do the disc trap work? Nope, no disc traps. They have blade traps instead. The disc traps are inspiration from Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, where they have that big-ass disc trap at the very end. The light here is also a reference to Indiana Jones. This entire level is full of Indiana Jones references. Can I look away though? I cannot look away, thank you. So let's check that it works. If you step here... So in final it shuts down the light. Oh, empty corner. What can I do with it? Yeah, exactly. It does feel a lot like that here. Okay, so in final there's a flip map here that shuts down the light. Which makes it more obvious that the light is what triggers things. Here it does not. It does trigger the traps and the spikes. but it does not shut down the light. The flip map does work if you do that, though. Or is it how it works in Final? Maybe that's how it works in Final as well. Right. Oh, that there is traps here as well. And you just get to the village after that. It's lagging again. What did I minimize? Minimized OBS, there we are. The ambient for the village is working. I'm just going to reload my save though. Right, so what you can do here is get in the water, which brings you back here. But this area is also slightly different because, and I showed that earlier when I was looking at TR view. Where are we here? Turns out that I can just open up the PSX ISOs and open up the and find the level file and open them in TR view, which is very nice for exploring this. This area is different. It does not funnel you into the platform, which means you can fall in the water and then immediately fall to your death. And so they clearly decided that was not so nice. Also, the platform here is different. You get the crystal immediately here under the waterfall. You have to go behind in Final, so they changed that a little bit. Platform on the side is still there, slightly different as well. Because here it's a triangle, here it's a square, probably to make it a bit more visible that you can backtrack. Not much else different in this area. Like I said also earlier, missing the secret up here that you have here. Lara's butt, showing as a preview, as item 0 of the game. Serpent Stone, so again, you can guess how far along in development they are by whether the items have names or not. In the previous level it was Key 1, Puzzle 1. Sound cue here, music cue I mean. Of course, who didn't? You're like, yeah, there's water down there. Let's check that out. Crunch! Oh boy, the rendering distances are not helping this area on PlayStation. There's a missing square here. Yep, there's a missing texture. So yeah, Tomb Raider 3, they wanted to do item preview when you pick up items. They removed that in Final because clearly they were having issues with that. Most of the key items are just showing item 1, which is Lara's butt. In the previous prototype of this I played, the items were properly rotating. But somehow they broke that between that previous prototype and this one, and they just scrapped the ID before release, before fixing it again in Tomb Raider 4. Bit of a shame. Nope. Can I not? Right, so if I just fall here... Oh, it does funnel me into the middle still. The current is oriented in such a way that I get funneled into the middle. Okay, so that's a bit more forgiving than I thought. Sometimes it just starts lagging and I have to... I think that's still an emulator problem. Because if I get out and back in full screen, it fixes it. We have the dude here. No, we don't. Missing all the enemies. Oh, Lara, please. There's a lot of this as well. A lot of levels where it's like 80% complete, 70% complete. It's just missing all the items, all the enemies. But the skeleton of the level is there. Which might also be something tier builders do. Can I just do that? Can I not? How do I climb this? What am I doing? Is that not how you go up here? Am I an idiot? Yeah, it is. I'm just bad at games. Let's try this again. Oh, and it's lagging again. Yeah. It might also be because I've got 2 TR views loaded up in background. So I can switch back and forth easily. Might also explain why it's slowing down a bit. The stone is rotating in final, isn't it? I think. It's a nice little item that you find in some tier alleys as well. Right. Yeah, they just give me all the weapons at start, for testing purposes most likely. So I might as well just dig all this. Alright, do you work properly? Yeah. Looks to be working as expected. Yeah. Missing sounds, otherwise working as expected. There was this hut with filled with mud with a trap med pack in the middle. That's this hut, I think, isn't it? Did they already have that? No, it's not this one. It's this one. Is it? It's doing slow motion again. Was it this one in final? Let me check. No, it's not. Which one was it? Or was it in this area? I don't remember. Oh, I'm looking at prototype, that's why. Let's try this again. Looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's this hut I'm in right now. So that's something they added later. Where this area is mud and you've got the trap med pack here. That's funny. Sure. There's a crystal on the corner here, which we do not have in this version. But yeah, I don't expect there's going to be a lot of surprises here. Random music triggers. Missing some enemies here. There's supposed to be a dart dude here. Closes this trapdoor, as you would expect. Do the platform work? Because I think they work to a point in final. Yeah, this platform works. And then the last couple platforms don't, I think. This is where you are in the... This is the path you're supposed to go in the beginning of the next level. Yeah, and then this one doesn't. Can I step on this? Yes. Right, so missing some enemies here. We're supposed to have in final. I haven't seen any dart enemies yet. It's possible the dart enemies have not been created yet at all. Should be some pickups here as well, which they haven't added yet. Safe resource in the corner. Also not present. There's an area above with some items. The area is here. Doesn't look like the items are. Yeah, missing the items here as well. Ow. Another area which is going to have items, as well as a trigger for an enemy. Might actually be a secret, I don't remember which ones are secrets or not. The geometry is a bit different here. You have a ramp to climb up. I don't think we have that ramp in final. This ramp here, you can barely see here, which goes under the house here. No, that ramp doesn't exist. You can climb still at this area, but you can also climb next to where the ladder is. And this geometry here is different, because I couldn't climb here. Yeah, you have the side of the tree that goes around. You can't actually climb here. Slightly different. Yeah, this slope doesn't exist in final. Back with T. And you have a ramp to climb here instead, and we're slow motion again. So again, slight difference. Nothing in this house. Don't remember what's supposed to be here. Don't know if we can even enter this house in final. Oh, I was on the wrong view. That's fine. Didn't go very far. That's going to happen as well. I'm going to forget to switch view in... Yeah, there is an entrance. This is empty as well in final. Looks like. Can't really see much. If I activate depths, maybe I'll see a bit better. Well, I don't know where I am first before I activate depths. There we go. Yeah, no, that's empty. There's a tribesman here. Like I was saying, it's very possible that the dart thrower are just not implemented at all at this point, because I haven't seen any. I remember playing off-stream Temple of Puna, and there was no tribesman either. There we go. So it's possible it's just not implemented at all. No camera hint. No enemy spawning behind me. Oh, that's different. There's a jump here. Normally. Let's climb up. That little bridge does not exist. They removed that in final. Missing a lot of enemies. Yeah, this area is different. You don't have this balcony and you you just jump from here to here. Missing the dude here. Oh, this is different as well. What do we have here? Just a spike trap. We're missing a puzzle here. Because normally we're supposed to go over here, climb on top of the roofs, and jump from roof to roof to deactivate the fire trap. We just don't have the fire trap here. Bunch of items here in final as well, I think. Right, so one thing I noticed on TR view is those roofs are connected in release, and they're not connected here, so I don't know if we can actually go across at all. Like, is that standable? It is. Okay, so we can. We can go to the balcony does exist. But yeah, there's actually... Geometry is different here in final. What do we have here? What do you do? We don't know because there's no camera hint. Alright. Where are we? Flip map. What flip map does that do? Oh. Okay, I think the flip map is broken because it was in this state when I went here earlier. But it looks like what the trap was supposed to do is it was supposed to look like this with slopes, and as a result you could not jump across. That's too far. And so you had to trigger the flip map in order to be able to progress here. Problem is this is broken and I could just jump across. And the reason this is broken, again, TR3 engine, flip maps, is probably because I triggered this. Because I triggered this flip map, this broke this. And this is probably why they changed that into a fire trap with a platform, which does not require a flip map. Because this is tier 3 engine, and up until tier 4 engine, you could not have separate flip maps per room. It was one global trigger, one global flag. And this is not the first flip map issue I encounter in prototypes that they had to go around by doing something completely different. In tier 2, the deck, there was supposed to be a flip map where the broken propeller is, next to the little pond. There was going to be a flip map there where you collapse the ground under the propeller in order to jump across. This fucks up completely with the flip map where you change the water level inside the engine room. So they changed that completely as well. They completely removed that puzzle. Right, so I assume if I try to jump back... Yeah, basically tier 4 and past, you can have a flip map per room. So if you look at tier view, if you open Let me open a tier 4 level. If I can find one. Real quick. Set Tomb 2, for example. You can see alternate groups here at the bottom. Those are all the flip maps for all the different rooms, which means you can have, for example, in the rotating room, which is here. One of those is the rotating room, this one. And it only affects this room in tier 4, this rotating room here. If you are in Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, you've got one check for flip map, and it affects the entire level. So you can have several rooms with flip map versions, but then you've got to be really careful with your triggers, because when you trigger flip map for all the rooms that have flip maps. And there are a few places where that fucks up, even in release. And definitely in the prototypes, there's a few places where it just didn't work, and they ended up doing it differently. Speedrunners use that quite a bit. There's a few places where you can play with that in order to get the final state of a room before you're supposed to get it. For example, in Midas, with the collapsed pillar, you can actually trigger that early on, because there's a trigger to reverse that, and you can go around it. Few stuff like that. I don't remember them all, but there's a few places where you can exploit that in speedruns. Let me reload the level. Yeah, it's just basically you only had one number in tier 1 to 3. In tier 4 you can have several numbers, and you can say this room has a flip map for this number. Tier 1 to 3, one global number for the level. Makes things feel a bit more complicated. Yeah, definitely there's a good reason. They were fighting that problem for 3 games total. And in tier 4 they were like, okay, we're changing that because this is constraining us too much. And as you can see, they had to work around that in this example in particular. What level were we? Shore.tier 2. There we go. This one. So I guess if I go back to the ladder here, because the flip map is inverted right now, I'm going to have the trap triggered instead of untriggered. So I'm going to be soft locked, and I'm going to have to reload my save. So you can guess people that do tier IDs for, because there are some tier IDs for tier 1 to 3. Yeah, now I'm stuck because it's in the wrong state. People that make tier IDs for Tomb Raider 1 to 3, and there are quite a few, some of them are really good, they have to also to work around that limitation. Everything that involves water level change is a flip map, as you probably know better than me. And even that, you have to work around flip maps because of this as well. So this is how it looks like when the flip maps are not broken. Okay, so one of those buttons is a trap, isn't it? No, they just do the same. Okay. One of those 2 buttons is a fire trap in Final. That opening doesn't exist. What's this? There's a platform here. What does that give? Maybe they wanted to put a secret here or something. Does that platform even exist in Final? That's the prototype. We are here, and there's the opening here. We are... Oh, they blocked it. So that opening does exist in Final, they just blocked it. And the platform I am standing on right now does not exist. So maybe that's something they wanted to do at some point, and they just cut it. Maybe they wanted to put a secret here or something. Because it doesn't look like I can really go anywhere else from here. I don't think I can get on that roof. So they apparently cut that at some point. Maybe because testers were trying to jump from here to this platform and not figuring out why that wasn't working. No trap. There's a disc trap here in Final as well. No camera hint. Don't we have a slope here in Final? I think we do, to make the fall shorter. Missing the crocodile. How am I supposed to get out? Yes. You can't get out of water through a ladder in Tomb Raider 3. Nor in Tomb Raider 4 or 5. You can in TRDs, in some TRDs. Am I crazy or am I soft-locked? Is there perhaps a flip map to make this work? Or something? No. No, that just doesn't work. We're done here. In Final, this looks like you've got a platform in front of the ladder. Well, that's a mapping mistake. They haven't figured out that this doesn't work yet. Someone hasn't tested quite that far. And we've got the end level trigger here, which is not the same place as Final. Final, you've got the end level trigger right at this platform here. It is just a bit further inside. For some reason. Anyway, can't get to that. I guess I'm going to have to load the level manually. Alright, Tyrex time. Okay, I'm probably just going to reset because it looks like we have some case of memory corruption here. Let me just reset game. Fast forward. Yeah, that's better. Crash site. What time is it? Don't know if we'll finish crash site. Fast forward a bit. Alright, so one of the differences I noticed when I playtested that a little bit is you have to grab the map manually on the ground. They don't give it to you. I don't know if we were supposed to get the cutscene or not, because the cutscene would trigger at the end of the previous level and not at the beginning of this one. This is puzzle 1, and you cannot actually zoom on it like you can in Final. So I guess you have to look at it while it's not rotating, which is a bit awkward. Do we have this area collapsing? Yes. That almost killed me. Yeah, this is as does the same thing in final. This is still present here. In final, they removed this puzzle, which is part of the final of the previous level, replaced it with a slope. This actually shouldn't do anything because it shouldn't be connected to anything. They removed it in final probably to not confuse people. Platforms should be the same. If I can remember them. Secret is missing. As a result, normally this platform is visible on the map, and this one isn't because it leads to the secret. This is actually inverted. This platform does not exist, and this one is a real platform. And is just required to continue because there's no secret. I remember playtesting this and falling for the fact that this actually isn't a platform. There's a platform here with grenade ammo in final. We should have the raptor here. Yep. No sound. AI seems to be mostly working, as far as I can tell. Just have trouble actually lining up to attack me. But then again, I'm also not in a great position in terms of geometry. Might be even tankier than in final. That was 5 shots. What the hell? Right, so plane. There is a bit of a difference here as well. I'm going to showcase that in a second. Which also explains a few things. You may notice that the plane is actually higher up on the ground compared to final. Let me show that comparison. Need to load the level. Crash.psx. Crash.tr2. So, plane. This is the plane. And this is the plane. You can see the difference. I'm not sure if the plane is higher up. No, the plane is not higher up. The ground is dug further in around the plane here. They raised the ground around the plane in final. What this does, accidentally, is that you can now jump from here to here on the plane in final, which you cannot, which I don't think I will. Actually, I might be. That might be close enough. I'm going to try, see if I can climb on the plane. But this is climbable, actually, those 2 tiles, I think. Or at least this one. Or might be this one. One of those 2. So they might have accidentally made a shortcut, which did not exist in this version. Let's see if I can climb this. That might be too high. No, it looks like I might be able to climb to grab this. Maybe? Yeah, they accidentally... Yeah, it doesn't look like Lara does... Oh, no, I can grab it. Okay, so the shortcut did exist. It was a bit harder to get, it's a bit more precise, but... and I'm slow-moing again. But you could still do the shortcut. Missing the raptor. And yeah, you put the keys in the keyhole here. I might be soft-locked here, because I don't think I can climb back out. Going to reload anyway, but you want to come here. No, I can climb back out. Okay. Alright, let's play this as intended. Starting with T-Rex. Oh yeah, one other thing that's different, and that's kind of important. I will need to figure out if there's another way to do that as well. Is this is all slopes, which means you cannot actually jump, or you're not supposed to jump above this. There's a platform here to jump above in Final. Turns out if you force it a bit more, you can actually jump through. But I don't think it was intended. Which means you were supposed to go across here from somewhere else. I haven't figured that out yet. And this is laggy again. So we'll figure that out after we do T-Rex. It's possible you were just intended to jump above the slope like I did. And they just changed that because it wasn't very clear. They give you the MP5 here in Final. We're missing one of the soldiers here. Man, this is lagging. Hello. So I don't know if the Desert Eagle is weaker or if the Raptors have even more health than they have in Final. We should be able to jump on the branches here. Yeah, here. Probably missing all the pickups. And it's lagging again. Yeah, I don't remember what pickups we're supposed to have here, but clearly we're missing most of them. The randomizer likes to put items up here. We can climb up here somehow. Don't remember exactly how. So we're missing the tiny dinosaur. Oh, no, we're not. Hello. Do you attack me directly? You don't. You just stand here. Hi. What's up? Cute. I think they're gone. I think they do that. No. They're back. Doesn't look like they can attack me. They might be trying to attack me. Okay, so this path to climb back up does not exist because you can climb back up through here. Which means that the entire puzzle that's supposed to keep you in this cave long enough to dodge the T-Rex or kill him actually doesn't exist because you can just jump here and leave. I can definitely understand why they decided to change that, because that's a bit anticlimactic. Missing the water here as well. There's a platform here which has a med pack in final. No med pack. Key. Commander Bishop's key. This has a name. T-Rex. Immediately killed me. Okay. What did I save? That was fast. Hello. So I guess maybe they made it a lot more dangerous, so you would still have a challenge trying to get out. It feels like it does more damage. Hi. It's doing the signature kill animation, but Lara is not actually linked to it. How much health do you have? Come back here. It still does its animation. It's interesting that there's a corridor ready. Or maybe that's a hiding spot. No, it's not a hiding spot because you can just go here. I saved instead of loading. We should be able to fix that. Undo load state. Well, yeah. But no. Actually. Because now I'm still stuck. I think I need to redo the level. Because I overwrote my save state. That's fine. Didn't go very far. Okay, so we're missing the entire puzzle around the T-Rex. Don't actually have to grab that, I think. Ah, please. Nice. Just passing. Alright, let's go grab the key. I think I'm just going to dodge most of the enemies here. There's an opening here. Am I crazy? Or is that a missing texture? Huh. This might be a shortcut intended to dodge the T-Rex. That does not exist in the final. Or does it? Because you can see the opening here. barely. And in final... No, in final there is a hole for it, but they blocked it. So you can see the remnant of that. There was a passage here, but they actually blocked it. I dropped stream. No? Yes? No, just my Twitch window that fucked up. So yeah, they blocked this. You can see the remnant of that, so that's funny. Compsognathus is the name of the little dinosaur, apparently. There is a trigger for removing bodies, which is probably an optimization trigger. Bit interesting that this exists as well. Huh. There was supposed to be water, but they built... because we have water in final here. It looks like they have modeled area for the water under here. Or is that a flip map? No, it's not. But they covered it with ground, possibly because it made fighting the T-Rex harder. Looks like they were still on the fence about this area. In final, we do have the water properly. That's interesting. Interesting that this... Yeah, they were thinking about it, clearly. They had it, they removed it, and they re-added it again. Anyway, just passing. Right. So that's key number 1. We've got this area. We do not have this area here. Okay. Which is also a case of clearly there was going to be something here and it wasn't ready yet. Where are we? We are here. Okay, yeah, we're actually missing a room. Or it's not lined up properly. Because this black square is actually a missing texture. And the room does exist, but it's not actually lined up. Okay, so that room is... Interesting. This room. It's moved a little bit in final. And there's a corridor here. There is clearly nothing ready for this anyway. The point of this area is this switch in final, which opens this. No, this entire area is optional, isn't it? Even without the skip. Because you just press both of these switches to open the door. And there's really nothing else, is there? There's no point in coming here, actually. Yeah, this is just a completely optional area. Okay. Is that standable? No, it's not. So we have a trigger here. to trigger the mercenaries that are on the other side of this slope, which we're not hearing right now because you can't hear them. So it does feel like we are supposed to jump above this slope. Which does make me wonder... how are we supposed to come back? Can I just jump? Okay, I can just jump on the other way back here. Okay, so maybe that's intended. At least at this point. Rip that guy. Does he drop MP5 ammo? Doesn't look like he does. All the mercenaries drop MP5 ammo in release. Right, this looks a bit different. The texturing is definitely not as final, and you can very clearly see the two walls as well. That's what this looks like in final. Yeah, you can see the texture work is completely different. Also, the water texture is also... Can we stand on that? Because it's not water with current. Might actually be able to stand on this. I'm going to check. The rest seems to be the same. Then level trigger. Yeah, this area is the same as well. Breakable window, by the way, as far as TRView is concerned. Those are breakable windows. Nice trigger there. So yeah, can I stand on that? Or does that instantly kill me? Very well. Good job. Good job. Right. Probably not supposed to do that. Same here, we can just stand here. Right. I want to make sure where I fire at here. Where do we start climbing? Because we're supposed to start climbing here. Good AI, by the way. Oh, I think I hear I hit a clear body trigger as well. Piranhas. Immediately kill me. No surprise there. Can I just... I can just jump across if I want to. Just tank the piranhas. Which you can do in final as well. Assume the bridge still collapses when you try to go across it. Yes, so no surprise there. Oh, we can stand on this. We cannot stand on this, though. So where do we start climbing? Huh. Because you start climbing here in final. Is this broken or do we climb somewhere else? Can I grab this? I can. Okay, so that's where we start climbing. That's interesting. Does that platform exist in Final? It does. So that branch still exists, but they simplified the puzzle by putting this standable platform instead. So now this platform is just, this branch here is just redundant. To be fair, that's probably a good change because especially, is that standable? Okay, this is standable. So you should be able to regular jump from here to here. If you had to do a half-tile jump, I don't think they actually knew what a half-tile jump was when they developed this, so probably wouldn't have worked. Can I please grab the ladder? Okay. This might be a problem. This might be a problem. She refuses to grab higher up than this. Okay. Well, we might be soft-locked because the ladder doesn't work. That's an interesting way to get soft-locked. I mean, not soft-locked because I can continue without doing this puzzle, but I can't continue doing this puzzle. Yeah, can't do the ladder, it looks like. Or I'm too stupid to do it. Let's check what's supposed to be up here. Because it looks like we have mostly the same triggers. We're missing the raptor in the tree. Actually, no, we're not. The trigger is just placed here instead of here. No crystal. And we do have the hanging raptor. Minus the rope. I'm a bit sad that we do not get to actually test that. To test that you can shoot the hanging raptor. But oh well. Not my fault, I tried. Yeah. No matter how I try to press action, just doesn't want to grab any higher than this. Now she doesn't want to grab at all. Yeah. Alright, let's just... Okay, we need to press the switch. I'm going to have to tank that with med packs a bit. Don't have that many. Oh, I actually have infinite med packs. Never mind. I apparently have infinite med packs. So good enough, I guess. Oh, raptor. This is different. Is that a block puzzle? This has to be a block puzzle because they teleport on top of them, so those are movable blocks. Here. This is very different. Did I kill them all? Yes. One of them has a different texture. It looks like it's already open, actually, so... Whatever the puzzle was supposed to be... Yeah, those are movable puzzle. So whatever the puzzle was supposed to be, it looks like it's already in solved position. Because I can climb here. Not like this. Surprise raptor in the room as well. Lieutenant Tuckerman sticky. I'm going to check if there were triggers in this room or something. Because... yeah. Not sure what they were trying to do here. So in final, what you have here, instead of this puzzle, of this block puzzle thing, you've got a bunch of switches. Some of them are going to... no, you have to press all the switches actually. They're all linked to door 2. Which is this one. So you have to press all the switches and some of them trigger additional raptors as well. The room upstairs is identical, it looks like. And instead what we have here... those triggers are just the trapdoor upstairs. I think. Okay, let me see if there's a trigger attached to this. Window items. Yeah, there are triggers. Dummy is just under the... Right, not sure what they were trying to do here. There are triggers for the push blocks. I'm not sure why the trapdoors were already open when I arrived. Might be something they got set on the map. I don't know. And I'm not sure what was going to be the hint of where you are supposed to move the blocks. Like there's a different texture on top of this one. This is definitely temporary textures. So maybe the top of the block was going to change depending on whether it's on the correct spot or not. I don't know. They clearly decided to scrap that whole idea anyway. Cross goes in the middle? Maybe? I don't know. Like the position of the triggers is also like there's no hint of where the triggers are. There's one here, here, here. That's the dummy for the trapdoor. But yeah, there's a square here and one here as well. So yeah, maybe you were supposed to put the 4 blocks that look like this on the corner and cross in the middle. I could try to do that, see if that does anything. Maybe it will reverse the trigger and the trapdoor will close. There's no hints of anything on the ground though, which is a bit weird. That would be here. That was under the room upstairs. Let me see if that anti-triggers the trigger or something like that. If the door closes, then that was what the game was intending. But yeah, they clearly decided to scrap that whole idea. Oh, this has a different texture, which might be a hint. Oops. Clearly a very rough stage of this, though. And you would pull this. Yeah, well, nothing changes. But yeah, that's my guess. Assuming I'm in the correct spot. Let me double check. Dip, dip. Yeah, that would be the spot. Goes under this, yeah. Well, nothing changed. So who knows? If someone ever wants to do a rework of this level based on the beta files, they might have to figure out how to make this work properly. Trying to guess what this was supposed to do. Someone, like, I don't remember who, but someone did a version of Area 51 that has a second level after that, but the first level is heavily based on the beta version of this, of the prototype version of this. So that's a bit of an interesting way to redo some levels, take some of the beta IDs and make them work properly. Okay, so now that I have the two keys, we are supposed to go around here. And climb on the trees here. Which most people just skip because you can climb on the plane instead. Time is it? Okay, I was supposed to grab this. Kinda not working. Let me get a flare out. See if I can figure out this a bit better. Well, this is a bit awkward. Well, that's not a good start. There we go. pretty sure that was less awkward in release. Yeah, heavy switch triggers are what you... which I guess allow you to recognize different blocks, is what you mean to say here? Not sure if you had anything like that in TR3, actually. So maybe the code behind it was not ready yet. Because those triggers here, can I see any information about them? They're just type triggers. There's no more information about that. It triggers the free trapdoor. Let me open TR4 level to see how it looks like in TR view. TR4. Can I find library? Library. Where is it? Triggers. Yeah, it is called heavy switch. So this is a different type of trigger. So I guess this trigger type did not exist in TR3 at this point. So maybe they were trying to do something like this, just didn't work because the code for the triggers did not exist yet, and they just gave up and scrapped the idea. We were on crash.tr2. There we go. Plop, plop. Yep, that might. It's very possible that this room is the precursor of the planet room idea, and it just wasn't ready yet, and they scrapped it. But it might very well be a precursor of that. Okay, that ladder works. That ladder works. Alright, let's see if this room works. I think I'm just going to finish this level. Ambient music is dead for some reason. Excuse... what? Oh, that's behind. So there's a button here with a TR2 button texture, which we can see through the wall. So we had a Pacific style button in the previous level. So I guess this level we're playing right now is an older version because it does not have those buttons yet. Also, we're missing a texture here for the monkey bar. But yeah, it looks like this room is working as it is in final. Texture work is wrong, but otherwise the concept is there. Okay, I apparently cannot go any further. So we might actually be... The door might be blocking it. That might be the problem, because there's a door right under me here. We might be soft locked. Because I don't think I can grab this. Okay, I can step here. We've got the button here, which changed this. So let's see if we can do that. We might have to go back to climbing on the plane, the illegal way. No camera hints. Not sure we have camera hints in final here. What did that change? No idea. Okay, I cannot step on the on the platforms we use for monkey barring. Just jump through it. That's funny. So I think that's the first one. And the second one is probably where the door is over here. I can jump on this platform as well. That's a thing, isn't it? Because I can go back to the monkey bar. There's a platform down here as well. What are you? Oh. Here's switch number 2. Might be intended. And then I climb back up using this. This one works. And this door is open, which was closed earlier. Which I guess allows me to get back on... I mean, I guess I can just jump on this slope now. Not sure if that's the intended way to do that, but that works. I don't remember how you do that intended in final. Because I always skip this when playing this. Like, fuck this room. I need to press the button again so I can go around. Right. So now we monkey bar around and hope we don't get stuck like we were earlier. Might still work. Yep, this time it works. Alright. Except here it doesn't. Well, that's awkward. I cannot shimmy on... Oh, I can. No, I can't. How did I get the shimmy? Yeah, no, that doesn't work either. Well, we're soft-locked, I guess. Can I get back out to climb on the plane instead? I should be able to. Yeah. I'm going to double check what the rest of this path looks like on TRView in a sec. Just climb back on the plane. Bim bam boom. Right, so we're supposed to go across this. Oh, this room is very unfinished. Oh, imagine having texture work. Not that this room is much more detailed, but still, can definitely see the difference. All those ladder textures are missing. Otherwise, you have the block, and then you end up here. And you jump on this stubby piece of wing, I guess? Yeah. Same deal here. There's a trigger for mercenaries, apparently. Oh, interesting. This is a mesh. This mesh does not exist in Final. They removed that. They put a texture, they put a level geometry instead. That's interesting. Probably people were trying to step on that while playing. I'm going to try it, but most likely you can't. So they reworked that into level geometry instead. So it would behave properly when Lara tries to climb on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just collision. So let's see the back of the room. We should be able to see the back of the room from here. Yeah. This is where we're supposed to end up. What happens if I try to grab this from here? Okay, in this direction this works, but this trapdoor doesn't. So there's only half of it that's working. Fair enough. Definitely could use better lighting here. Also, Lara, you just refuse to grab for some reason. She does that sometimes. Not sure what causes that. Let me grab here instead. Ouch. Okay. Can I not? Yep, she just immediately drops for some reason. I might have to go back down safely and climb back up. This skip is doing a lot of heavy lifting today. Barney is still walking around, shaking the camera when I get too close. Let's see if the missile launcher works. Okay, so we have a raptor ambushing you here in final. Pretty sure the models of the consoles here in the cockpit are different. And it's lagging again. Right. What the f- There's a fucking trap in the cargo hold. Are you joking? What the hell? Oh my god. This is so mean. Look at this guy. That probably the same trap model as in Area 51 and High Security Compound. Camera hint is a bit unhelpful. That's the cargo hold opening. Okay. Yeah, doesn't look like it's working. The raptors are not spawning. Let me see if it's a position thing. Yeah, doesn't seem to work at all. Oh well, there was an attempt. Which means we're soft locked out of the exit, most likely. Unless this works. But I doubt it does. I don't think it does in final. Okay, well, I guess it fucking does, and then we can just go to the end of the level. Okay. Don't think that works in final? Question mark? The geometry here is slightly different. But okay. Can I... this got untriggered for some reason. The safe crystals rely on trigger in order to activate and be pickable. That's not the first crystal I see that just doesn't work. Do we have the cutscene? Yes, we do. A bit of delay here.
Well, for you, me fasting this day. You make plenty good flesh pot.
You forget. I might be quite hungry myself. Famished, actually.
Yeah, we've got a bit of trigger.
Why did your ancestors flee from Antarctica so suddenly?
Kuma, bad place. Plenty flesh. But for the price of evil.
Evil.
Mutilation. The sixth leader, Mauki, were born without a face. Terrible storms. Men afraid. Run! Set curse of Maoki on the land. No one good enough.
But you still worship it?
White fella later come here with magic Kuma stone. In a day, we celebrate the death of him. The Feast of Smile.
One of Darwin's sailors. Poor fool. Where's the stone now?
Yeah, bit delayed.
He lucky fella that kill you. A plenty merry like you.
I'll be sure to point that out to him.
dialogue seems to be the same. The animations seem to be working properly. So nothing different here. I'm pretty sure those saves do nothing because we have the level selector instead. So it's still saving, but we can't actually access those saves. Just use the level selector instead. Right. Lara's orientation is slightly wrong, but otherwise... Oh, I reeled my saved. Let me cancel that. Undo load state. There we go. Wanted to save. Thank you. Right, so this level existed in the previous version of the prototype. This starting area was very unfinished. It was all placeholder textures. We're going to explore that next time, I think. Does the water kill me this time? Because last time I could just stand on it. Let me at least test that real quick. Yeah, it does. Not with the animation, but it does kill me this time. Right. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. More of this next Sunday. We're back on regular schedule. And more XCOM on next Saturday. Have a nice one. See you next time. Take care.